Unnatural Disaster team of Gord Humphrey and Jason Palfy checked off a massive goal of theirs in 2024 by winning a world title on U.S. soil, something that had previously eluded them but was always on their radar. That win made them the team to beat in 2025, coming into the World Jet Boat Championships on home soil with a massive bullseye on their backs. And this time, they showed up with a completely new race boat.
Do you feel like you've got a bit of a bullseye on your back coming into your home waters in 2025?
Yeah, I'm carrying the CDN one and the UIM one. We had a great season last year. This is a whole new race program that we're moved on to.
At the start of the interview, I mentioned in 2011 when we started splitting the big blocks from the turbines and we did a big feature piece. You walked away that year with the 2011 Canadian and World Championship, so congratulations. Maybe here we are 14 years later, you could do the same.
That's what I'm hoping.
All right.
That's what we're going for.
Well, good luck this week, Gord. We're going to be cheering you on. Good job.
Building a proven, well-oiled race boat can sometimes take years. Jet boat racing is unique that way. It doesn't matter how fast it looks coming out of the fab shop on paper, the hours of testing is where a boat truly becomes competitive. The 2025 Worlds kicked off in Peace River, and the Unnatural Disaster team knew they were up against stiff competition. With 35 race boats registered, it was really anyone's shot at the overall title. Day 1 saw the team turn up their new power plant as close to that 2,000 horsepower mark as it could go, and they set the fastest time upstream on leg 1. But back downstream on leg 2, they finished just 2 seconds off the top spot after a wild ride.
Run down, we had a scary instant coming down. We kited in the gust and I thought it was, I didn't know if it was going to come back. But it did. It settled down and came back and we got out of it, and then we drove about 20 mile an hour slower than we were for a few miles just to settle in.
With the excitement of leg 2 behind them, their focus shifted to the circuit races, where all 4 turbines lined up one against the other for the first time in the marathon to see who had the flat-out speed. All right, Team UIM1, you guys came into this with a bit of a bullseye on your back, and after day 1, you are currently leading the overall championship. Congratulations. How did day 1 feel?
Day 1 was good. Yeah, it was good racing all the way around.
Tomorrow, we're heading up all the way to Watino and back, and then we're doing more circuit races in the afternoon. What's your plan of attack for tomorrow?
I'll just keep pushing. We're going to keep building up whatever lead we can to leave Peace River with as much lead as possible. So we probably aren't going to back off a whole lot. Probably take it a little easier in Grand Prairie and get through that one and then get to our home river. Hopefully everything keeps running.
Much like the day before, the Unnatural Disaster crew won the upstream leg and finished second downstream. And already, midway through day 2, they found themselves performing large-scale component changes on the boat.
Yeah, we actually did some work to the gearbox. We actually swapped our gearbox from our down leg. It made a little bit of metal, nothing. We would have made it, but I thought we'd just swap out the component.
After winning the circuit races on day 1, the second place boat of Regan Williamson was bound and determined to grab the hole shot on day 2, leaving Gord and Jason in the runner-up spot. Playing catch-up became even more challenging when a boat malfunction limited their top speed. Something happened with your boat to limit your mile an hour. What happened, Gord?
Oh, we had a little bit of a wing malfunction, and one wing was fully all the way up and one was fully all the way down. So we had a little bit of a malfunction there. So it was awkward to drive, to say the least. I can afford to lose a little bit of time even in Grand Prairie and just coast it, and then we'll basically just see what nutrition does for the end of the race, and then we can go back to Fort St. John and we can really hot rod that place. So,
as Gord mentioned, the next stop on the marathon was 2 days of racing in the Wapiti and Smoky Rivers just outside of Grand Prairie. And day 1 featured the longest legs of the marathon, over 120 miles of racing, a true test of attrition. Day 1 in Grand Prairie once again saw Gord and Jason split their legs, finishing leg 7 in first and leg 8 in third after some mechanical troubles.
I met you at the top, everything seemed good. First in, first away, and then all of a sudden you weren't first in after leg 8. What happened, Gord?
Oh, we took a break on the river, had to fix a little fuel malfunction. Yeah, we got it fixed up pretty quick, and we might have lost 3 or 4 minutes. I don't think it's really gonna, at the grand scheme of things, it's not gonna pay too much of a role for us. So we're just gonna keep going. That's marathon racing. You just keep going.
There's a lot of little lines. When I look in the back of a turbine boat, there's oil lines and fuel lines and coolant lines and stuff going on kind of everywhere. You're lucky it was just one single line that you guys were able to quickly fix on the river and get back going again.
Yeah, it was an easy one to access, so thank goodness for that. And yeah, it could have been, Regan, he lost the line in Peace River for oil and ran up with no oil. And so it happens. These things, they shake and vibrate, and sometimes they aren't very happy, but we got it.
So our helicopter was following for a while, and it looked like you were just going to roll in third over the line behind Kevin Hyde. But then at the end, did you make a decision, oh crap, we want to start tomorrow in front of Kevin? So then you put the power down, you finished ahead of him?
Yeah, it was, you know what, we didn't want to take any chances, any risks. I mean, there's lots of corners, gravel bars, there's sharp corners, there's, and then, risking taking some water on. So we just followed them up and didn't take any chance, and we just knew under the bridge it's nice and wide, and there's no risk going by him there. And for both of us, for him and ourselves.
Day 2 in Grand Prairie was a true test of navigation, where boats across all classes found themselves far off the race line, some even beached. Fortunately for the Unnatural Disaster crew, they set the fastest times on both legs without a single issue. The final days of the 25 marathon brought the team back home to the Peace Country in BC, now holding a commanding lead over the competition. After a successful day one of racing at home, the Unnatural Disaster crew along with a few other competitors organized a victory lap, with all race boats taking to the water simultaneously in an incredible show of remembrance for their good friend Brian Austin, who had passed away earlier in 2025. It was a fantastic sight to see, with U357 leading the way. After an incredible push spread over 2 years of hard work, the Unnatural Disaster team stood as the fastest jet boat on the planet, your 2025 UIM World Champions. Oh yeah, Reed.
Right there, fellas, right there. Right there, come on.
Oh, remember that's here. Right on, that was
How
beautiful.
does that feel?
That was awesome.
'25 UIM World Champion. Gordy, how does it feel?
Fantastic. It was a big one. Yeah.
And to finish it off on home waters here in Taylor, how cool is that?
Yeah, hometown. It's nice. This first, to win. Oh, it's just I'm speechless right now. Even though we did win the marathon in 2011 in Canada, this one finishing off in the hometown and having it here, it's just a fantastic feeling.
You're starting a bit of a roll here with 2024 last year and coming into 25. You going to keep that going, Pulpy?
I want to, yeah, for sure. It was a long haul, and we had a few late nights and early mornings doing all the things, and
For 6 months.
for quite a while. I mean, Gordy a lot more than me for sure. But being here at home, it feels more because like you put in that time, and we had a lot of help last year 24 winning it down there. We were in someone else's backyard, and you're in people's shops and you're doing your thing and you're running your race, and you come back here and all those guys are here now. Now it's our backyard. It's Gord's shops. It's Gord's tools, and it's like, hey, we need this, we need that, and you know, it's great to win, but to feel the payback of being somewhere else too.
The last back-to-back world champs, I think we were looking it up, and I think it was James Murdoch 10 and or 9 and 10.
Yeah,
How cool is that you're back-to-back champions? There's not many people that have ever done that in this sport.
Yeah, really. Spencer King,
Yeah.
I think 4-time.
Mark Cromie,
Mark Cromie,
Yeah.
and so
and James Murdoch.
it definitely puts us back up into a elite crowd. And those guys that won back-to-backs, they were all phenomenal racers. So it's a privilege just to get that goal.
Give him some more here, the world champ. Another one. Way to go, buddy. Reigning champion 2 years in a row. This man, he's won, I think this is number 4 world championship. Canada, US, and Mexico.
I got to put together this team that we got. Where's Dewey? So he's actually the only one that I could get to drive the work truck. That's it. That's all we had. But it's good. Thanks, Dewey. He means a million. You did great. Donnie, where's Donnie boy? Thank you so much. This guy, he follows me. He finds my car keys, my wallet, my sunglasses, and he is, he's dedicated to the boat. He has his jobs that he does on that boat. He's the only one that touches X amount of things, morning, noon, night, and day. He keeps everything knit. Thanks, Todd. I really appreciate it. And I won't draw this on too much longer, but yeah, the whole boat thing was, it was pretty incredible. We built this, really, it was, Roy, he already said a good speech there, but between himself and myself, we basically, other than getting the boat from Dale, it's an Eagle. Thanks, Dale, where are you? Thanks for building a beautiful boat. Thank you very much. Some good Rodiker parts in it, and we built that boat from November to that boat went in the water 3 weeks ago for the first water test. So I'm pretty happy where this boat came. So thanks for everybody that got me there. But yeah, no, thanks. I'm sure that's about all I gotta say, and that's thank you everybody. Thanks for everybody coming here, watching us fucking muck around.
All right, Jason.
Oh, Jason. Speed. So, okay, Jason. So, we have actually, in that race boat, Jason and I, we connected in the race boat, not that way, Jason. But he knows, navigating. I've actually never had anybody navigate a boat in my life like Jason navigates. Like not even close. We are absolutely so dialed. We aren't 5 feet off our mark this whole race. It's actually unbelievable. I don't even have words to say how good of a navigator this guy is. So nobody headhunt him. And anyways, Jason wants to say a few words too.
Yeah, it's I'm speechless. I mean, it's been quite the team that Gord's put together with us, and I got to thank my wife and my kids for allowing me to spend the time I have with Gord. It's countless hours, days, weeks. It goes on, but we've created a team and something that comes together, and it's showing its true colors. And happy to be up here.